In this video, we will introduce our history and term project.
Team members Darilkanova Aida and Telman Nazirkem.
The state system of the Kazakh SSR and the Republic of Kazakhstan in comparative analysis.
The state system of Kazakhstan has undergone significant transformation evolving from the Soviet-era Kazakh Soviet Socialist Republic to the independent Republic of Kazakhstan. The Kazakh SSR functioned as a constituent republic of the Soviet Union, adhering to a highly centralized one-party system dominated by the Communist Party. In contrast, after gaining independence in 1991, Kazakhstan transitioned into a sovereign state with its own political, economic, and legal structures. This comparative analysis examines the key differences between the state system of the Kazakh SSR and the Republic of Kazakhstan, focusing on governance, political institutions, legal frameworks, and the extent of democratic development. By exploring these changes, this study highlights the historical community and discontinuity in Kazakhstan's political evolution and its impact on nation building and governance. Our topic about the state system of the Kazakh SSR and the Republic of Kazakhstan. So I will talk about state system of the Kazakh SSR. The Kazakh Soviet Socialistic Republic, Kazakh SSR, was established in 1936 as a part of the Soviet Union. It functioned under a socialist one-party system where all political and economic decisions were controlled by Communist Party of the Soviet Union, SPSU. Government structure. The highest governing body was the Supreme Soviet of the Kazakh SSR, which was responsible for passing laws. However, in reality, all decisions were dictated by the Communist Party. The first secretary of Communist Party of Kazakhstan was the most powerful leader. Even more influential than the official government head, the chairman of the Council of Ministers.
The state system of the Republic of Kazakhstan. After gaining independence in 1991, Kazakhstan transitioned from a Soviet republic to a sovereign state with a new political and economic system. Government structure. Kazakhstan became a presidential republic with the president as the head of state and government. The president has significant powers, including appointing the prime minister, key minister, and regional governors. The Parliament of Kazakhstan consists of two chambers. The Senate upper house members are appointed by the president and elected by regional representatives. The Majlis lower house members are elected by the people through national elections. The judicial system is independent in theory, but in practice it has been influenced by the executive branch. The Constitutional Council ensures that laws align with the constitution. Political system. Kazakhstan has a multi-party system, but for most of its history it was dominated by the Nur-Otan party, led by the first president Rustam Nazarbayev. Over time, political reforms have allowed greater opposition participation, though challenges remain.
Political system. The state followed the principle of democratic centralism, meaning electronic exists, but all candidates were from the Communist Party. There was no political opposition, and the government strictly controlled all aspects of society, including the economy, media, and the public life. About the legal system, the Kazakh SSR operated under Soviet constitution, which promised rights such as free healthcare and education. But in practice, individual freedoms were limited. The legal system prioritized state interests over personal rights, and dissent against the government was suppressed.
Legal system. The country follows a civil law system influenced by both Soviet legal traditions and international legal principles. The 1991 Constitution established a framework for democracy, human rights, and economic freedom. Economic system. Unlike the centrally planned economy of the Soviet era, Kazakhstan adopted a market economy. It privatized many industries, encouraged foreign investment, and developed its vast natural resources, especially oil and gas, making it one of the strongest economies in Central Asia. The transition from the Kazakh SSR to the Republic of Kazakhstan brought major changes: a strong presidential system, a market economy, and efforts toward political modernization. While challenges remain, Kazakhstan has emerged as a key player in Central Asia's economy and international relations.
Economic system. The economy was centrally planned and based on state ownership of industries and agriculture. Large-scale collectivization of farms took place, and heavy industry such as oil, mining, and manufactures was collected by Moscow. The Kazakh SSR was not an independent state, it was fully integrated into the Soviet system with limited autonomy. However, the foundation of its governance and economy played a crucial role shaping modern Kazakhstan after gaining independence in 1991. The influence of the Soviet leader on the state system of the Kazakh SSR and the transition to the Republic of Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan political evolution was significantly influenced by the leaders of the Soviet Union, particularly Vladimir Lenin, Joseph Stalin, Nikita Khrushchev, and Mikhail Gorbachev. Their policies shaped the governance structure of the Kazakh SSR, which later transitioned into the independent Republic of Kazakhstan in 1991. Lenin and the formation of the Kazakh SSR in 1917 to 1924. After the October Revolution of 1917, Vladimir Lenin led to creation of the Soviet state, introduction a system of Soviet republics under communist rule. Stalin's rule and the harsh repression in 1924 to 1953. Under Joseph Stalin, the Kazakh SSR formed in 1936 faced harsh political and economic policies. Khrushchev in 1953 to 1964. After Stalin's death, Nikita Khrushchev introduced destalization and economic reforms in 1954 to 1965. Brezhnev's stability and industrial growth in 1964 to 1982. During Leonid Brezhnev's rule, Kazakhstan saw expansion of heavy industry, including oil, gas, and metallurgy. Gorbachev and the path to independence in 1985 to 1991. Mikhail Gorbachev policy of perestroika, economic reform, and glasnost political openness triggered major political changes.
The Republic of Kazakhstan has undergone significant political transformation since gaining independence in 1991. The state system initially shaped by Nursultan Nazarbayev was characterized by strong presidential rule, centralized power, and limited political competition. In contrast, under Kassym-Jomart Tokayev, reforms have been introduced to decentralize power, strengthen democratic institutions, and promote a more balanced political system. Nazarbayev served as Kazakhstan's first president from 1991 to 2018, establishing a strong presidential republic. So what about political dominance? The ruling party Nur Otan dominated politics with minimal opposition. Elections often resulted in landslide victories for pro-government candidates. Controlled judiciary. Courts operated under executive influence, limiting their independence. Judicial decisions often aligned with state interests. Tokayev became president in 2019 and has pursued a gradual political transformation, introducing reforms to redistribute power and strengthen institutions. Decentralization of power. The president authority has been reduced, with more responsibilities given to parliament and local governments. Parliamentary reforms. A mixed electoral system has been introduced, increasing the role of opposition parties and reducing the dominance of a single party. Judicial independence. The Constitutional Court was restored in 2023 to ensure legal oversight and uphold constitutional principles. Presidential term limit. A single 7-year presidential term was introduced to prevent long-term rule and ensure leadership turnover. Tokayev reforms aim to create a more balanced political system, increasing public participation and reducing presidential dominance. However, challenges remain in fully implementing democratic principles and ensuring political pluralism. The transformation from the Kazakh SSR to the Republic of Kazakhstan represents a fundamental shift in the country's political and administrative structures. Under Soviet rule, the Kazakh SSR operated within the rigid, centrally controlled system with limited autonomy and no democratic governance. In contrast, independence ushered in significant political and economic reforms, including the establishment of a presidential system, a market-based economy, and a legal framework supporting national sovereignty. However, elements of centralization and political continuity from the Soviet period remain evident in Kazakhstan's governance. While the Republic of Kazakhstan has made strides toward modernization and economic development, challenges related to democratic consolidation and political pluralism persist. Understanding these historical transformations provides valuable insights into Kazakhstan's state-building process and its ongoing efforts to balance stability, governance, efficiency, and democratic progress.